Genghis, or Genghis Khan, as he is sometimes known, was described as a great unifier in Mongolia. It was because of his ability to unite the Mongol Empire under one rule, and his ability to rise from humble beginnings to a position of great power. However, Genghis Khan was more infamous than he was famous. I mean, Genghis Khan was a bad guy, and despite Mongolians today seeing him as a positive leader and a role model, Genghis Khan was in fact not this. He established his empire through the slaughter of many innocent civilians. His actions signify that the ends do not always justify the means. Genghis Khan was not always Genghis Khan. That name roughly translates to mean universal ruler. So, needless to say, universal ruler isn't the name that the average mother would give to their young child. He started life with his real name, which was Temujin. Genghis Khan's upbringing, or Temujin's upbringing, is largely impacted his appetite for brutality. Khan was born in approximately 1162 near the border between Mongolia and Siberia. Life on the Asian steppe was violent, harsh, and unpredictable for the nomadic tribes and a young Genghis Khan. I mean, out there in the border between Mongolia and Siberia, Siberia already being known for a cold and a harsh place, life was pretty tough, and it was hard to get by. And not adding to that, before he was 10 years old, his father was poisoned to death by an enemy clan. Then he, his mother, and his 6 siblings were banished from the clan, largely because the clan didn't want to have to pay to keep them fed, and didn't want to have to, take from the clan's food deposits to keep them fed. So life was already tough in that area, and they just exiled them to live and try to survive on their own. So at a young age, you can already tell that Genghis Khan is beginning to have a chip on his shoulder. So Khan's tough upbringing is a possible motivator for his actions and his desire for a unified Mongolia. He was probably tired of quarreling clans and the harsh lifestyle that his family was subjected to. Instead of perpetuating the hatred, he decided to unite the region under his rule. So a young Khan looks around and says, "Hey, I'm tired of this clan fighting, that clan fighting, and one clan hopping in and slicing the head off of another clan's leader. I'm gonna try and unite everybody under a single regime, and who better to rule the kingdom but me?" So unfortunately, Genghis Khan was responsible for the deaths of as many as 40 million people. He was known for mercilessly killing civilians and forcing skilled laborers to join his ranks and work for him to grease the wheels of his war machine. So Khan had he ruled by a strict iron fist. So if he was going to a region, he would warn the region and say, "Hey, ruler of X nation, me and my guys are coming to kill you, and unless you decide to submit and join the Mongol nation." So what the women of that nation often did was climb to the highest wall in the city and jump off and kill themselves to avoid being raped and then murdered, because that was how the Mongols rolled through a certain area. So, and then unskilled workers were sometimes brought along to do manual labor until they could serve in battle as human shields for the Mongolian warriors. So, going through, raping, pillaging, using people as human shields, these are all classic examples of bad guy moves, all under the guise of trying to create a better world, also known as, I don't know, some could call it world domination. The way Genghis Khan rose to power was morally reprehensible. His reign of terror in the Asian region during the 1200s was achieved similarly to how criminal organizations would rise to power today. His ideology had noble roots, but his methods were the stuff of a James Bond movie. Slaughtering millions of people to achieve world domination so you can achieve order is unacceptable. Yes, Genghis Khan established many positive firsts for his empire. He was tolerant of other religions and established one of the first major international postal systems. But that's like Hitler killing millions of innocents just so he can create ice cream stands. I mean, everybody likes ice cream, but for it to be at the cost of millions of lives, that's just unacceptable.